It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show.
What's up, podcaster? Thanks for joining us on the Off Air Pod. I'm sure there's some business to attend to. Yeah, Ben, have you got anything from the pod squad?
I got a few bits and bobs.
Okay, cool. What about you, Belle? You said you had some stuff.
I just have an Herbert the Dancing Horse update.
Oh,
We'd
yeah, the
like to do
children's
that.
book we wrote a few years ago.
I didn't realise so many people were going to want copies.
Yeah,
Well, it was a hot book. You know, it had a lot of hype at the time. I mean, the likes of Zoe Foster Blake, Andy Lee, and Sean McAuliffe actually gave quotes for the book, as you'll see on the back.
Yeah, it was 2021, was it?
I think it was-
2021, end of 2021.
I reckon it was 2022.
And we were doing...
No, 2022 was the year that we were starting to move.
Yeah, that was like... I think 2021 was when we went like kid heavy.
We were pretty kid heavy
And then we
there.
recorrected the ship in 2022.
Yeah.
2023.
Which is
I
weird
can,
thinking how kid heavy we were for two people without kids.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was the problem. There was a gaping hole in the show, so we needed to fill that with some kid stuff.
What?
Like, you guys both didn't have kids, and so it was like, well, we need to do kid stuff. You guys both don't have kids, and the other shows are talking about kid stuff. We need the mums to like us, so we need to do some kid stuff.
We did need to win the mums. That was a big
Hey,
thing.
it worked. Went number one.
We won those
where
mums.
is-
You speak to any mum in Adelaide,
Yep.
she'll say, yeah, that
What
Ben
was
and
the
Lamb.
line? The mums will love you, the kids will want to be you.
The dads will want to have a beer with you.
Yeah, no!
Yeah, I know. That's a boss of ours said that to us one time. We're like, I don't think that happened.
Anyway, I was going to start looking for my Herbert folder to see the dates, but I don't care that much. So, yeah, it was the kids' book. There was whispers of it in the Pod Squad, our Facebook group, whispers of people wanting a copy. So we said email us, blb@novaentertainment.com.au with your address and if you'd like one. And, yeah, there's like... I think over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people have asked for one officially.
That's huge because we were like, hey, we're doing this big goodbye Melbourne party.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so far we're about 7. And then with the book, it was like, bang.
Everyone wants to sit on their ass and collect the book, but no one wants to drive and come to a Gabba goodbye.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of these people.
We're still doing that, by the way. That's still happening.
It's still happening.
A
But
lot of
we're gonna ease off it for a little bit, just because it's still a few weeks away, and we'll ramp it up when it gets closer.
A lot of the people are in Queensland. We've got some WA. We've got some SA. So New South Wales as well.
I do like that. I like that states we haven't lived in, i.e. WA and Brizzy, get around the show. I like that.
Lovely. I wonder
Because normally we have a stronghold of mums in South Australia, but
Yes.
everything else is a bonus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, just had a flashback. Speaking of mums in Adelaide, do you remember when you first started the show there? And it wasn't really around mums, but it was you guys being the nice guys and trying to get people to like you. So you just went around and did stuff at
Favours.
people's houses.
Yeah, that's right.
That
Yeah.
was sweet. You walked someone's dog.
Walked
That
a
was
dog,
nice.
mowed some lawn, got a car washed, helped someone with some decking, I think, some dude.
That's
Didn't we belt sand his...
Did we?
Yeah, like this first and
No,
only
you're
time
thinking
I've
of the
used
pool. You're thinking of the pool.
it. Nah, we cleaned a pool, but we also used like a jigsaw. I used like a belt sander or something. We helped... They need to sand a bar back.
Right.
Ah.
It's in the video, you can see.
Well, yeah. So if you would like a copy of our kids' book, I think we have about 50. You can email blb@novaentertainment.com.au. We will have to put a cutoff on this so that we can have an official count and know how many we're sending out and then officially send them out. So I think we're going to put a cap on this Friday.
Yeah, last RSVPs or last emails shotgunning a Herbert book is this Friday, close of business. And if you're in Melbourne, please come and get it because it's about $11 per book to send.
I heard 12. I heard 12 being thrown around.
Let's round it up to 12. It's about $12 a book to send. That comes out of the show budget,
Yeah.
which we don't even really use for the show. We just like to keep a kitty of money to the side in case we need it for something. So we're happy to send them out because we want people to have them. But if you are in Melbourne, please come and get it.
Yeah, so maybe if you're in Victoria or Melbourne, can you just email still, shotgun a copy, but just say I will come and collect from reception, and we can have you logged, and we'll have your book there.
And
you can also say if you'd like it signed or not.
Yep, we can
The
sign
boys
them.
can sign it.
You can sign it too.
She wasn't an author.
I was not a part of that.
Her name's not.
I did all the blood, sweat, and tears behind the scenes.
But
no.
perhaps Belle could sign the back.
Yep.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But make sure in your email,
put a note in there if you would like it
signed by just
the
me
authors.
and Liam.
And I suppose Belle was acting as the book publisher at the time, sort of thing.
Well, the publisher was the publisher.
She was sort of
Producer.
she produced the novel.
Yep.
I would say one of the editors.
Editors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So two things then. When you shotgun a book in your email, make sure you put down your address so we know where to send it. Because a lot of people didn't send their addresses; they just said they want one. So make sure you send your address, and then also specify if you want it signed by authors and the editor.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I mean, would we get Wolf to sign them because he was also an editor on that book?
Oh God. Well, he's interstate.
We could send them to Wolf.
So it's $12 to send to Wolf,
and then Wolf would sign it, and then he would have to on-send it.
Another $12.
I will be absolutely forging his signature on the book if you would like Wolf's.
Well, look, maybe it's a real signature, maybe it's not.
If
But
you
if you want Wolf to sign it as well, just specify that.
Hey, quickly, I've just noticed. Sorry, one person is in Tassie.
Whoa!
We have a Tassie listener.
I love that.
Good, love that.
Shout out to Bronte.
Yeah, Bronte. Well, thanks for listening. So yeah, that's that sort of feels like most of the book business covered.
Yep, I've also got another pod squatter who has reached out via the email. I love that the email is getting a bit of action now. So it definitely is more of an official way to get in touch with the podcast. Just email blb@novaentertainment.com.au. That is what Talia has done. Talia gets in touch with the show quite often. We love that. She has a question, I'd say for you, Liam.
Hi team, it's Talia from the Pod Squad. I just have a question in regards to Liam's Donald Trump impressions that he does on the show. I'm curious as to whether they are pre-recorded and just played out on the show or whether they're sort of live, and whether I guess he knows the questions ahead of time and whether it's sort of a script that he's reading off for his answers or whether it's sort of more off the cuff. Thank you.
It's a good question.
Here's a great question, and the answer is both. I mean, it started live. We used to, as far back as I can remember, we used to do things like that. Conor McGregor, before he was convicted of all those things.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
And he used to always have the song and dance of Liam's got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, we've got a big interview though right now.
I've got to go and heat up porridge, and then
we did that for years.
Did it for a long time, and then we kind of realised that okay, we probably don't need to do that. You can I'll just be out of the room at the start, and then after a while. Some would be decent, some would be not as decent. So then we're just like, we'll just pre-record them. So it's easier if Ben and Belle don't know what I'm going to say. And then normally I would say, so just the most recent one, for example, I think it ran for, say, 2 minutes. We recorded it, ran for about 5 minutes, and we just cut out all the bits that didn't land as well.
Yeah, I'd say I reckon there was 4 minutes of back and forth, and 2 of it made it to air.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just sort of, I don't know, we just sort of think, oh, look, people might not give it the time of day as much when it's like someone clearly doing an impression of, Donald Trump down the line sort of thing. So yeah, we've sort of found that's the best way to do it, especially now that we're not doing breakfast. We sort of have more time during the day to just do that sort of stuff.
Liam, I think you had your headphones on yesterday, so you would have missed it. But I know you are across that Joel from Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel really loves Trump. He does actually. So Joel, we see him like most days and have a chat. He does the show from Sydney sometimes, but most of the time he's in Melbourne. And yeah, he will quite often message. It's nice he listens to our show when he's driving home, and he'll quite often message me and say like, "How I want to get Trump on." Yada yada. He's obviously realised that he's beating his head against a bit of a brick wall with you, because then he DM'd the BLB, like the show account Instagram.
Okay,
and he said, I will interview Trump before you leave back to Adelaide.
Yeah, we need to do that.
He really is persistent.
It's so nice though, but I'm like, do you want it? Like, I'm confused. Does he want to do it for his show, or does he want to come on our show?
I think he wants to come on our show. So it's like,
which has to be like this week or next week.
So it's like Joel Creasy from Drive hung around, mate. This is pretty exciting. We got Trump on the line, and he wants to chat to Trump.
Okay,
because he studied politics.
He is quite politically minded,
which is a worry because you and I and Belle, when we do it, it's silly.
Yeah.
If he actually comes at you with some political questions,
will you drive?
Yeah. I don't know what you're going to say.
Yeah, I'll just start talking about China.
Yeah.
A lot of people, that sort of whole
Dumb
thing.
question.
Nasty question, quite frankly. Moving on, Joe. Okay.
Did you see he did a video a couple of minutes ago, just before the podcast started. A reporter asked him if he's spoken to Elon since the big fight.
Mm.
He said he hasn't spoken to Elon, but he said, I bet he can't wait to speak to me. Very Trump reply.
My favorite Trump thing recently was when he was talking about the fat drug, whatever the Ozempic.
Yeah.
It's like, one of my friends is on the fat drug, very successful man like myself, very, very successful, is on the fat drug. What was he even saying? It was like
You're just talking about
calling him about how cheap it was
He
somewhere.
said it was Australian, right? He said it was a
yeah,
rich
I mean,
Australian.
everyone was like, is it Clive Palmer? Like,
Yeah, but,
checks out.
Yeah,
I mean,
then
he's
he
not
said
on
like
Ozempic.
very, very fat, or like something like that.
such a fat man, so fat.
So that's that. Also, this is pretty exciting. We finally have proof because Liam and I always try to tell everyone how tall we are
Oh,
Yeah.
because obviously we are very
so
tall.
true.
Belle will always deny it. In fact, she's probably about to deny it now, aren't you, Belle? Are you about to deny it?
you're not, but you're not tall.
Well, okay, so I thought you'd say that. That's why this is so exciting because today at approximately 4 p.m. we went into Scudder's booth to record a promo, as we do every day.
Our-
Liam,
Can
Sorry,
we
quickly?
I was
Our
just thinking that.
promos, the podders don't get to hear.
Could we
our
play our
promos.
promo from today? Because
the
we do a
promos-
promo every day.
They're like a little tiny nugget. They're a little nugget of art, I would say, and they go into the abyss.
Yeah, we do. So we make a little 30-second thing each day. It's basically
Yeah, give me
saying
one
what's
sec.
coming up on the show.
give me 1 sec. I'll go find the promo.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah, maybe is there a way that we could
and
share-
yesterday's as well, if you get the time, Ben. Yeah.
and all of them? But is there a way that we could share?
I don't think people
with
are
everyone?
that interested in the show that they want to hear the promo
But
from
like
the day.
maybe if we do a one that we're like, you know,
Proud
the ones
of.
that when we walk out, we go, "That's funny." We should have it ready to then be like, "Here's our promo from today." Like that could be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I get
Scudder's
it.
getting it for us.
Bless.
Okay, amazing. Well, look, while Scudder's getting the promo, Ben was sort of halfway through saying
So-
something. I think we all had the same brainwave, but
So we went in to record the promo, and Liam was talking into the microphone, and then it was Belle's turn to talk into the microphone. The mic was hot. It was recording. I asked Scud, cut that and give it to me for the off-air pod. This is what went down.
Too tall.
Say that again. Did you get that, Scud?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Clip that, please.
Did you catch that? Belle stepped up to the mic after Liam was using it because it's different. In a radio studio, we're sitting down. Our microphones are on arms in front of us. Whereas when you walk into Scud's booth, you're standing
It's
at a microphone.
One
Have a
microphone we
listen.
all share.
One mic, and Belle said this.
Too tall.
too bloody tall,
Too
just a
bloody
big
tall,
bloody
mate.
bloke sitting in there, but standing up on a
Well, no,
radio.
you're taller than me, but
And
you're
most
not
people.
tall.
Taller than every partner you've ever had.
Yes, which you will be eternally reminded of. True.
Do you think Christian's like a little bit intimidated by us being so tall?
Oh my God, bless! No, not at all.
Probably. I mean, he wouldn't tell Belle if he,
He
was.
wouldn't
but
tell.
he
but
would
he
be.
probably would. It'd be stressful, like shaking someone's hand and like looking up, like and sort
Yeah.
of feeling that like arch in the back of your neck, sort of thing.
Like, you know, when you try to go to bed sometimes and everything, you just can't go to sleep and you have those, like, you know, restless nights and you just toss and turn. You can't stop
Yeah.
thinking about things. I bet he would have those nights, but it would be, geez, they're so tall.
so freaking tall.
What do I do about that?
I'm so hunchy, and my favorite thing is when I just remind myself to de-hunch, and I can feel my,
Yeah.
and I go, whoa, I just gained an extra 6 inches.
Belle, have you ever gone through Christian's things and found a Jetstar in-flight magazine?
Oh Jesus!
Trying to order some of those
No.
shoes.
No, he doesn't care about anything really. I've
Everyone,
realised
everyone cares about
he
their
doesn't
height.
care about his height, his looks, like anything.
Very
He just-
tall people don't
just-
care about their height, but
Yes.
tiny people do.
Bloody hell.
Ah, wonderful.
I've got the promos
Oh,
here.
wonderful!
Do you want to hear today's or yesterday's?
let's have a listen to
What was
today's.
yesterday's? I can't remember.
This is today's promo.
Tonight for our impossible phoner, we want to know on 13 24 10, have you been down the escape slide on a plane?
You know, these ones. We'll see you tonight from 6! Wow, it takes so long to go down this thing!
Gives you the idea.
It's good fun.
I think now I remember what last night's was.
I've forgotten.
Very similar. Very similar. There'll be sound effects involved.
Oh, pepper spray.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Tonight on 13 24 10, we want to know, have you ever been pepper sprayed?
Police have to do it in their training, so I've actually got a can here. I think it would be responsible if we're going to be talking about it tonight to at least know what it feels like ourselves, Ben.
Liam, that makes no sense.
It makes a lot of sense. Open your eyes.
I don't want to.
Open them.
Yeah. So this is the kind of stuff you're missing out on, guys. I also love the idea of Ricky, Tim, and Joel like sitting in their studio, and they would play that, and like you hear other shows promos. You're like, normally we hear Jason Lawrence ones from Breakfast.
Or Smallsy, and he's like, I got Katy Perry tickets.
Yeah,
See you for
Smallsy's
me.
always got a cool like
Yeah.
interview or something coming up. Jason Lawrence more like a highlight thing, but they must sit there and be like, what? Is he pretending to pepper spray?
My favorite ones is where it's like we've done it like twice, the same gag with like you open the door and what did you see? It's like
Liam on the toilet.
Liam, what are you doing?
The best was Triple J. We used to have to record the promos the day before, and we never really knew it was
Never
coming on the
knew.
show. So
Sometimes
a lot
you
of the
did.
time, it'd be like, tomorrow,
Mystery
mystery
show.
show. That was us just being like, who knows, man.
You did that one with the chopper. And was it the start of Gillespie or like you?
No,
did a
that was
promo?
that was not a promo. That was a podcast. When like Ben was in a
Yeah, no, but-
in a helicopter shooting.
I swear to God, there was a promo on Triple
Shooting
J
wild
once.
pigs, I think.
Yeah, wild pigs.
There was a promo on
That's
Triple J,
right.
and you were like, it was you coming in flying a chopper. I
right.
would bet my life on it.
There was a skit we did where, for some reason, a SWAT team smashed through the studio. Was that to
Yeah, when
arrest
Michael Cusack.
Michael
came-
Cusack?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Who does Siggy Butt Brain?
Siggy Butt Brain.
What
I
happened
actually,
to that?
for a video, I smoked a cigarette today, and
Oh my God.
it really threw me. It gave me a big headache, and I brushed my teeth twice and had a shower, and I still couldn't get the stank
Ugh.
off me.
Why did you have to do it?
I didn't really. I just thought it would add to it.
You got to stick to the pillows.
You didn't really commit to
I
it.
don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's daddy wellness on the socials.
Yeah.
Little bit of African sugar.
You like your nicotine, just not in cigarette form.
I didn't like it at
I
all.
can't. Yeah.
Well, my sister smokes, and so I asked her if I could borrow a cigarette, and by borrow I mean just take one.
Took one cigarette home.
Put it in my,
on the plane.
yeah, put it in my toothbrush case, so to protect it. From, yeah.
Right,
These days
right.
that would cost like $6.
I know, right? No, I owe one. Belle, speaking of, obviously you were around that chopper promo of us on Triple J, and you're very familiar with our body of work from that time because, of course, it's been well documented you were a giant fan of the show. Perhaps now is a good point for you to go through the notes that you took.
Ah.
Because this is a bit that it kept getting bumped last week, but basically Belle said that she still had a note section in her phone when she was going for the interview to be the producer of our show many a year ago. So you
I'm
should've-
worried we've built it up too much now.
No, I'm keen to hear it all.
All right, hang on. I just got to find it again. Where is it? Strengths. Here we go. All right.
You did a SWOT analysis on
Yeah, I
this?
did. I had-
Strengths and weaknesses?
I don't know. I did. I was prepping
Gee
to
whiz.
be your producer.
You got to be very careful if you bring up the weaknesses to people you're meeting for the first time.
I'll just wait for Ben.
I'm listening.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find a photo that I took because we're packing at the moment, and I was in the shed and I was packing up boxes, and I found my old not diary, but it was a notepad, and I used to, when we first started in radio, I used to take a lot of notes, and I found our first ever air check notes,
Oh, right.
and I wrote down the notes, but I can't find them. I'll take a photo.
I have, when I was cleaning my stuff out as well, I had some notepads from a similar time, from like the Michael Moskos era, sort of.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll find that and I'll bring it in.
Cool. So, to recap, this was in the lead up to having a job interview to become your producer on Triple J in 2018. I just jam-packed listening to like a few weeks of your podcasts. I also listened to the show live as well. I remember driving in my car listening to it live, and that's the day that I heard you crying. It was like just kind of making notes about what I thought of the show.
Mm-hmm.
In case you asked me and said, "What do you think of the show?" What do
So
you
you're a
think are our
couple of years
strengths?"
off your 10 years of service with the Ben and Liam show.
Oh my God, I am
It's going to be a big day.
It's going to be a big day for you.
extra bullying
Big
for
day.
Belle on that day.
It's going to be special.
Cool. So let's start. I wrote down your strengths, and I wrote
Do we have time?
make
Just give us your top 20.
yeah make you make you feel a part of a club
Wow.
/ family.
So
Mhm.
true.
Oh shit. Get to the point of your stories. Very efficient.
Mm, powerful boys.
Oh, jeez, I don't want to do that. There's only one more. The show and you as people are very relatable, honest, with no bullshit.
So relatable.
Bullshit.
Would you like to hear your weaknesses?
Go on, then. Be a short list.
I don't think there'll be many, but yeah, go on.
Your interviews can be quite shallow.
Don't agree with that.
To be fair, though, we didn't love doing the interviews.
I freaking hated doing the interviews.
Then
I hated them.
Once I started working with you, I was like, oh, this is why, because
Yeah.
you're doing 20 a week of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You get served a lot of horse shit.
Yeah.
Bit blokey, question mark.
Oh,
I don't know
come
about
on,
that.
mate.
Don't know about that shit. I don't know where you chicks get all that from.
Need to post on social media more, question mark.
Well,
posted
and
a fair
now
bit.
you've famously smashed me for it. You know, you want me to post less.
And then I've just got like things that are coming up and like little thought starters.
Okay, cool.
For
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
this is coming up.
I like
So
that.
Vivid Sydney, I've written down 25th of May to 16th of June. Are you guys chatting to artists? Are you covering
No.
a big
That's
array
just-
of the
that's
artists?
That's just Sydney. No one cares.
Would you go on ground to get Vox Pops? And the boys set up their own light show for people to see as the Ben and Liam light show.
Okay,
It's
now
pretty
that's
funny.
actually
That's
pretty
funny.
good.
I
I don't
like
mind
that.
that.
FIFA 18 tournament season 2 starts May 30 at the Smithfield RSL. I don't know. Is Liam a fan? Could he compete with a listener? Could we have a Liam FIFA tournament?
It's a little blokey.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And that's it.
That's good stuff.
my
You know what?
notes.
Hey, the fact that you actually even wrote notes is probably why you got the job in the first place.
It's also
Yeah,
good
someone
in
come in
hindsight.
empty-handed.
Thinking about that interview, it's probably good you didn't do your famous impression because you probably wanted to, right? Like, when do I do
Any
it?
other special skills?
King Julian!
Hey,
What was that? Sorry. Have you seen The Phantom Menace? Yes, we are familiar with those films.
And you would have hired me on the spot.
do you guys like The Simpsons?
Oh, Ben.
You need to chill out, Bill. You really do.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you didn't do it.
Newt
No, but do you know
Gunray.
that, like, sorry, we're getting a bit sentimental here. Do you know that, because we had a mutual, like, friend who said, Belle, you should go for the job to produce.
Tom Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should go for the job to produce Ben and Liam. I
Tom
used to
Martin
work with them.
was our first ever content director at Fresh.
Yeah, and he was then at SCA when I was at SCA, and he was employed as, like, a producer's, like, mentor. So all the producers there, he would just give them, like, little help and advice and stuff. And he was like, you'd be the perfect fit for them. And I did say, no, they're too good. And I said to him, I literally was like, I can't. And he emailed me like every day for like 2 weeks. And he was like, you need to apply. And I was like,
Far too good.
But then he said, I've dropped your name to them, and yeah, you should apply, and you should at least chat. And then I did.
There you
And
go.
I'm really glad I did. I wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
You
But I was
wouldn't be
also
here.
like, ooh,
Powerful and tall.
Very tall.
yeah.
Hopefully, we framed the camera right when we were doing the Zoom chat. Like, hopefully, our heads weren't.
Yeah,
top of the
it's sort
camera.
talking to a couple of Adam's apples.
Yeah.
That must have been a bit of a
Liam
because
with
you
his
use
straightened hair and whatever else.
You can have straight hair and be very tall.
you can have
Yeah,
straight hair,
true,
and be very tall,
True.
like Yao Ming.
Yep.
Basketball?
Yeah, basketball.
Nailed it.
It's because Tom and Ollie was the show you were with before, and I think
Yeah.
we're taller than them.
Totally.
Oh my God, bless, you're so not. Oh, you're taller than Tom, but not Ollie.
No, we're taller than Ollie.
No, you're not.
Definitely.
He's
It's
tall.
arranged to meet him in a car park sometimes, so he's taller.
Have you give his number? Can you ask him how tall he is?
We could call him if you want. He's a teacher now, so
But I think
he'll
he'll
be
be
out of
if he
hours.
hears us, he'll be intimidated and he'll jack his numbers up.
Yeah, he'd go, oh yeah, I'm like 7 foot.
They might have a wiki.
With their
I don't know
height?
if they do.
Probably not, right? I mean, just text him.
That's
What am I
if
gonna?
you-
What am I gonna say?
I reckon that's actually a good way of knowing how
famous.
famous you are. Like if Wiki knows your height, if you have to be like Tom Cruise for it to know your height, right?
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
doesn't know, or if you play sport, because that's sort of like on record. I feel.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll just text him and
Do
when
you
we
want me
can.
just to text him? You don't want to call him?
No, 'cause I think that'll
he
be
probably
weird.
won't reply.
New
Hey,
number, who dis?
Ollie.
It's nice. I just did a quick Google then on Wikipedia, and then I went to Wikipedia for our show, and it's been updated to Ben Liam and Bell because it was Ben and Liam.
Oh my God, did I get included on that
Yeah.
page?
So now it's Ben,
So it
Liam,
wasn't
and Belle.
there wasn't one made for Ben, Liam, and Belle. It was
No,
Ben and
you
Liam
haven't got
one
you haven't
became-
got your own yet.
No, that's
But Ben and Liam got updated to Ben, Liam, and Belle.
stop.
Does it still say I went to Kumon? I
Uh,
feel like a Pod Squad person.
yeah, they definitely would have meddled with it. Do you want to open it?
Yeah.
The son of Tom and Leanne Stapleton, Liam grew up in the suburbs of Adelaide. As a child, he attended Kumon due to his genuine learning difficulties.
That would be like if people were ever like, oh,
You get interviewed one day, something
Dude.
with the socials, and someone will be like, "What's Kumon?" They'll ask you about it.
explain, because that's what when, as Belle famously said, interviews are very shallow. Normally, you do check Wikipedia.
Yep.
And then you just, that's like the main thing you ask when you just do like an iota of research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stapleton got engaged to long-term girlfriend Sarah Crisanti on October 22nd, 2021. Is that right?
Yeah.
They got married December 9, 2023.
Yeah, they've nailed that.
Nailed that.
Whoa, that's creepy.
They're filling out more. They used to be pretty thin, but there's a bit more info on them now.
Is there anything about me?
You haven't got one yet.
Oh, I thought we were looking at the Ben, Liam, and Belle one.
Oh, no. This is the
okay.
Liam one. You'll get one, though. I'm sure someone will make you one.
I don't really want one.
Make one
'Cause
for
it'll
Belle
be,
if you're
it'll be,
listening.
no, it'll be
Whoever-
a
no, whoever
mistake,
put-
and it'll be like, oh, she does accents, and she loves meat, and all this shit, and I don't want that.
Like top list of
No,
Belle
but just-
Jackson's most notable
Make one.
impressions.
Someone make one for Belle, but
Mhm.
but do it for realsies.
Yeah.
For real.
Do it for realsies. Don't muck around on
What's
it.
Ben saying?
And
What's
while
Ben
you're
saying?
at it, shave my Kumon thing down. Don't make another paragraph.
Ollie's not replying, so
Probably because
Uh,
he's scared.
So mine says Ben Harvey is an Australian radio presenter and comedian.
Nice.
Harvey grew up on acreage in Lewiston, South Australia. Till the age of 12, his father trimmed his nails for him.
These are good.
Funny.
Can
Funny.
can people put like, because I don't know even how you do it.
That was updated. That last got updated on the 15th of November, 2024.
wow.
Okay, so that's not that long ago. But yeah, please beef these out.
That's funny. And yours, Liam, got updated 25th of December, 2024. So someone updated yours on Christmas.
What?
Wow.
Strange.
What a Christmas.
Slow Christmas.
So I was at their family lunch, like, I need to update Liam's Wikipedia page. I love that.
Can you see what the update was?
Yeah, is there
I think you
history?
can, but I don't know how.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Wikipedia's going to die, isn't it?
Also, I'm not going to tell you what it is. My birthday's wrong on there.
Is it?
They've got 2nd of November.
Oh, bless.
Is my birthday right?
I have to double check that.
Do I have a birthday on there? No.
June 13th,
That's me.
which is this Friday.
True.
Oh,
True.
do you, like, want a present?
Nah, I don't need a present.
No? Cool.
Coming here every day is the present.
Oh,
So
For Belle.
shit.
Do you want another lightsaber?
No, I owe you one though. I did say I was going to get you one in return.
I could get you like a voucher for the good parking at the airport.
Oh yeah,
Can
no,
you
I've been
do-
getting
actually, can
getting
you get
flamed
vouchers?
for using the long term. Was that on the Off Air podcast?
Yeah.
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 What do you mean? Who's been flaming?
Did you tell Sarah about that? You're like, oh, they made fun of me.
no, I actually haven't. I should. I don't think we can park there anymore. Why? No. Some of those other
Hey,
kids at
babe,
school.
we can park there, but if anyone asks, we don't.
Yeah, just say we park in the proper one.
Who was flaming you?
You
We
guys.
Oh, right. I thought because it was in the off-air pod, you're like getting DMs from people, so you've been like...
No one was like
You-
purposely, damn you, like you cheap ass. Like, yeah, nah. Real good. Hey,
All right.
fun episode.
See ya.
And that's it!
Liked that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Belle.